So the first jQuery plugin that we're going to add is going to be this Lightbox. All right, so let's scroll it up, and basically what's going to happen that once we click over here on this, let's say picture, we're going to actually have a image showing. All right, so we go over here to Google, and I'm just going to write that this is going to be a Featherlight Lightbox over here like this, and you can see over here that what we have, right? Featherlight Ultra Slim jQuery Lightbox. So we just press OK. We can download it, or we can get actually CDN if we want. And over here we have a instructions, right? And the only thing is as always, we need a jQuery, and we need a Featherlight min.js. That's going to be one file. And then we want min CSS, right? And obviously we need I already downloaded it. So what's going to happen is, again, guys, what we need is I placed it in JavaScript folder, right? This is going to be our Featherlight min.js, right? And in CSS, I placed Featherlight min CSS. Now, what I have already a video on that, just a separate video on how to work with Featherlight, right? So I'm not going to be spending a ton of time how actually to download it, right? So we know how to work with this already. We just need to get these two files. And what we need is in our index HTML, we actually need to add them, right? So over here, I added over here this min CSS over here in my heading, and over here all the way in the bottom with the jQuery, right? Right after jQuery, I added Featherlight min.js, right? And after that, what I need to do is actually go and create, like they suggest over here. You can see that what they want is somewhere, right? Add this attribute data Featherlight, right? And then it's going to be a location where you want let's say, where is your image located, right? So if we just make this one a little bit smaller, we go all the way, let's say, on the top, and you can see over here that with my first href, right, I added over here this image, right? So this is going where the soup is, right? So if I go back over here and I just click over here, you can see that now I have my Lightbox, right? You can see pretty, right? And the only thing I need to do is add this for all the images. Now, what we can notice right away is one thing, that we actually made these fonts too big. Well, actually I did, so it's my fault. So let's go back to main CSS, where we have it somewhere, right? Where was our photos H2. And let's just make this smaller. We just maybe went a little bit over the top. So let's just go with 4. And let's check it out what we have right now. Right, I mean, should be better. 10 maybe was a little bit excessive, right? Now, one more thing that I want to show you about Featherlight min. Over here, you can click on this Featherlight min CSS, right? And if we scroll it down, we can find over here this Featherlight image, right? And we have over here this width and height, right? And what we do is we can actually control how big is the image, right? So here, if I write 800 and 800, and if we just save this, and if we click it over here right now, you'll see how much more bigger it is, right? So if I click on it, the first one, you can see how massive it is, right? So obviously, if I go back over here and make it smaller, I'm gonna say that, let's say this is gonna be 400, and this is gonna be 400, and again, we're gonna save it. You can see how much smaller. So this is your option how you can actually control it. Now, what we need to do is obviously add this attribute to all our images, right? So we can just close this one for now. We can actually get rid of this Featherlight. We can go to index, and one by one. It's a little bit annoying, but we just would need to add over here these images, right? So here we have Featherlight data, right? Attribute. So I'm just going to copy this over here. I'm just going to say copy, and then we're going to find our second link, and here we're going to paste. But obviously here we're going to change it to instead of, let's say, soup, we're going to change it to spring roll, right? Spring rolls, right? Something like this. This should work. Images, spring rolls, right? As long as we spell it exactly how it is, then it should work. So let's just save it. Let's check it out that we have it. Yes, we do. This is 400 by 400. And obviously, again, we just need to copy this, but this time I don't think the last time I copied the last quotation mark. So I'm just going to copy this. We go over here and I'm just going to paste this. Right here, we need to change to appetizers. Right, we're going to say that this is going to be appetizers. Appetizers. And over here, what we want to do is actually do the same thing. This is going to be signature 1. Paste it, and this is going to be signature 1. Signature 1. And then we're going to do a signature 2, obviously, over here. So maybe let's just copy this so we can just change 1 over here. And let's find it where we have our href. Paste it, and this is going to be signature 2, and this is going to be signature 3. So paste it, and this is 3, right? And now let's go and check it out. What we have, we should be have a lightbox that's completely working, right? Sure enough, as we click over here, so you can see that H2 only appears as we're hovering over the image. Then we click on it, right? And then we have our lightbox, right? So now let's go and actually get our animate CSS and the wow.js.